Yes. Hello, everyone. Like clockwork, the second I unmute my mic to start the stream, the exact second. Sorry about that, chat. Literally right as I unmuted, my little brother walked in. Like, I can't go, like, I probably have a record for, like, most streams with interruptions. Anyways, time for the stream. Phoenix Wright. Last stream was, like, my longest stream ever, because, sorry, I have a cookie. It's my longest stream ever because, I thought I was going to be done, but I wasn't, so I kept playing, thinking that I was going to be done soon, but I wasn't. Anyways, it's time to start. We're just going to keep playing, I guess. I forget where I was. I guess I'll just start examining stuff. Not really sure where I was in the game. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. I forget the voice I gave her. It's like something like, the crime took place in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Okay, that works for me. She was Irish, right? Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. Trunk. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. Well, obviously, it wouldn't have been a note otherwise. You're right. Let's see. 6-7S122. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so? What does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note yourself. For deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Victim's memo found in the trunk. Cool. I guess I'll just... Is there anything else I can... Okay. This rope, is it? Yep. They laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. Huh? You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. Bruh. She's a fool. Anything else here? No. Slide. Okay. No, backspace, okay. Oh, hey bro. What did I have to give you? Or did I have anything to give you? Okay, I guess not. Back. Okay, I gotta remember how to play this game. Talk. The victim. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Gulp.
Good men always die young. Remember that, partner.
Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right?
Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now?
Ugh. This English.
Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smiling Madonna told me the tale.
I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Star.
One stab to the chest. Fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report.
I need some liquid in my throat if I'm gonna keep doing these deep voices. Death due to loss of blood. One knife wound. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prospector Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on a case a few years back.
So, there's no motive.
Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prospector.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot?
So it seems. I call an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon.
A little bit too loud. Let me turn down the music. There we go. The Marshal. Oh, Marshal. I don't mean any offense, but... Officer Marshal, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective.
You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas.
Huh? Updated autopsy. Oh, I gotta move the chat up. I forgot. That's how this works.
I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth.
Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina?
So why are you in charge?
No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least.
He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh?
Edgeworth?
That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief... Just he don't realize it yet.
Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation. Did the stream die? One moment, chat. I have to check if the stream's dead. Is the stream still going? Okay, yeah, it is still going. Sorry. It just disconnected out of nowhere. I got scared. Bambina, yeah. Lana Sky. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister.
That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences.
No, the stream is still going. Yes, it's good. Okay, thank goodness. Officer Marshall.
Yeah, Bambina?
It was lagging for a minute, though. Yeah, I'm afraid. I'm very afraid of the stream just destroying. Yeah, hopefully it stays fine. How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about?
I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office.
Dry wind or ill will. Something's up to something here. But who? Office atmosphere.
Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now.
Ugh. Oh, God. Nothing's worse than clearing your throat into a hiccup. Forged evidence and enraging testimonies, you mean?
He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say.
One person? Who?
Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals.
What, you're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials?
Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it.
Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? Sir, you're scaring me with that knife. How much hair do you have on that one side of your face to shave? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana's confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? Cellular. Beep. It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show. For kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. Uh-oh. She's a child, too. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Ah, so we have 2 cell phones now? Huh. He just shaves a little itty bit every time. Oh dear. Hang on, whenever... Ugh. On Streamlabs, there's like in the bottom left corner, there's this thing that shows like any bad things that happen, and it's like a big triangle with an exclamation point on it. It's like a big danger sign, and if you don't click on it, it stays there. So I was like worried that something went wrong, so I just had to click it. A detective is murdered, and the suspect is at the top of is the top prosecutor in the district. Click on it. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Oh, I thought there was more to that sentence. To be continued. Oy. Was I really that close to the end of that when I left off? That's goofy. Okay. I guess it's trial time now? Num 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 num. Okay. Sorry, I still have a bit of a cookie left. Uh-oh. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. Huh? The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia, but there's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is? You're not a defense attorney. Oh, I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Dang. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. Oh, what do you mean? I see another danger sign on my stream. Drop frames. Oh, it's a visual novel. It's not the end of the world. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. I don't even know if this is an Irish accent anymore. I'm gonna speedrun eating this cookie. Bruh, drop frames, bruh. True. Sorry for taking so long, but I have to eat this. Yummy cookie ASMR.
Oh wait, this cookie's good.
It's just That's just Mr. Meeseeks eating a cookie.
This cookie's good. Jerry Smith.
I can't do the impression very good right now because I have to be quiet because it's late. I'm almost done, Chet. Don't worry. Chomp. Chomp, chomp. Chomp. Num, num. Okay. All done. Throw away the cookie bag. Okay. Time to start the game. Alrighty.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
Edgeworth. What a prick. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. Goose be like, I don't know why my stomach hurts so much. Also, Goose, cookie eating speedrun any percent. Shut up, Cameron. What do you know? What the heck? Why I keep dropping 1/4 of my frames? Whatever.
I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot.
Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything.
However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime.
A professional witness.
Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand. The cough-up queen? Who? Oh, her! Right. I forgot I gave her a voice.
Haven't I seen you somewhere?
Should I do the voice still? I don't know if I want to. You know, the girl voice. I'm preparing just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew Guga would be here for the stream because she just loves the judge voice. New voice? Alright, I'll do a new voice. God, you asked me to do a new voice. And then what? And then what? New voice. What a good thing to tell me to do. New voice. Okay.
Haven't I seen you somewhere?
Food! Okay, voice time.
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
I gotta work on that voice.
Oh, caviar. I've never eaten caviar before.
The judge is really wolfing it down. He goes... Okay.
Aye, for you, I have the fiesta bow.
Thanks.
Will the witness state her name and profession? Aye, and you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
I'm not doing that voice anymore. I'll just do the girl voice. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? What a voice to start. What a line to start the new voice with. The whole court. That bitch reached across the whole court to give him the caviar. True. Reached across 3 states to hand him that. Okay. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty, it hurts.
See, the developers of this game don't even know what caviar tastes like. I can guarantee that.
I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like?
Name. Profession. Now.
Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating.
Hurry it up.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
Huh? What exactly does that mean?
Until 2 years... Oh, God, it's too late.
Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective.
What? Miss Starr was a detective?
Ah! This isn't real caviar. I know who you are. Cough up.
Cough up, Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Very well. You may continue with your description, Miss Starr.
Get it? Yeah, that's what you said last time. It's so good. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here.
Oh, you have my attention.
That's the judge. The judge goes insane over this woman. The parking lot. Oh, fucking hell, that voice crack. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks.
I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutors' spaces, yes?
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk.
Wow, she just straight up ignored him.
The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out.
I'm calling her the Kiara's lady now. That's fine. I'll probably do it too.
Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor.
Parking lot floor plans added to the court record.
Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
Seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright?
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor.
It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr.
Wait, are they talking about me? Oh dear. Okay.
Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work.
Oh my gosh! Is that Zenigata from Lupin?
Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. A garish? Garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. I need more oxygen.
Bring a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching.
As you can see, there is no room for doubt.
The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed?
My balls.
I'm still thinking about that.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Okay, first things first, I need to look at the stuff I have, because I've genuinely forgotten. Can I just, court record? Okay. No one will be, no, okay. Investor's ID card, given to Edgeworth, King of the Prosecutors. The murder weapon, usually in Edgeworth's toolbox, no traces of victim's blood, no prints. Record of the parking in the prosecutor's office lot, entered a lot at 512. A work of art designed by the chief detectives and created by Gumshoe. Death within an hour and a half at 4 p.m. Okay, so it's not Miles, obviously. Wait, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m.? Wait a second.
Colonel.
Something doesn't sit right with me, Colonel. I guess I'll read her testimony. Somehow I knew a day like this would come. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Holy crap. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Angel crushes Libshart college student Phoenix Wright. Wow, that is quite the comment to see. Laid off? She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr.
I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend.
Tell me about that!
This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. Yo, I just got in a car accident, lol. Dude, that's a fat L.
Boyfriend?
Oh, I didn't read it. Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. I'm not that horny.
Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. Dude, the judge wants some. The security guard room is in the lot, in A block. Okay. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security sign. No shit, Phoenix. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. I don't know what accent that's supposed to be. I sensed something perhaps as my finely honed detective intuition at work. You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like... How would you say? Oh, yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. Huh? Judge is yeah, he is only hungry. Oh, true.
I have no idea what that means. But you said pumpkin, so now my tummy rumbles.
Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
Young cheese?
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
Then I must be hard-yellowed and sharp as a tack.
Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. A garish car? What kind of car, huh? By garish car, you mean... Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Pumpkin? Pumpkin pie? Mr. Edgeworth's?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it?
Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, are you sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. If she is telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms.
Ergo, you are a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me? Excuse me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. Oh, she's pouty. Pouty lady.
That was inspiring. I've got a boner.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. Would you could cry plagiarism? I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honored, are honed. Honed! Read English. My balls are full of orange juice. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that.
A photograph? You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact,
get it?
One of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck.
Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant.
Moment of the crime is photographed by Angel Star. Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lana Sky. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? Oh boy. Chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Whenever they say something like right or left, it's always important. The parking lot with Edward's car. Check. Anything here? No? Left hand? So that's the left, that's right. Wouldn't the stab wound be... Wait, no, is that... Am I crazy? She held it with her left hand. Or it's on her right side. No, that's nothing. But there has to be something. They wouldn't have pointed out that it was the right hand if it wasn't... I have to do something. I'll give it a shot. Fuck it. Objection! When the music cuts out, that's how you know you've done something good. Yes! And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife? As I've already said, yes. Get it? I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch.
But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Oh, right. That would have made sense, wouldn't it?
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Ha! Yet it was still stronger than your ever-feeble mind, Mr. Wright.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. Objection! And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? How many lunches she got? She's selling them. She has to have tons. But it's a black and white photograph.
Yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse? You got a better idea? I have no choice. You always object. Those stains were not there a second ago. What? What are you talking about? What? That contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, you try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Objection. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph.
Well, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Word! Oh god, are we gonna lose this? This is tough.
These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder, a serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
Murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. Usually in Edgeworth's toolbox, traces of victim's blood, no prints. So she's wearing gloves. She was wearing gloves, wasn't she? Why is this in my... I mean, I know Gumshoe gave it to me. What is the importance? Whatever. The murder weapon. That's really all I have to go off of here, the murder weapon. Well, let's try it. The only thing I have to work off of is the fact that the gloves and the... oh, please work. I'm too tired. I'm too tired for this. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Trunka. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case?
The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there. The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mummy, the prosecutor's bad people.
The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me.
Mascot in your pocket? Oh, sure.
The gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon.
What?
I like how she was allowed to bring that with her lunches.
Order. Yo.
Great, now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Oh, you dumb motherfucker. Look at my updated autopsy report. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. Boom, bitch. What? That's stupid, Edgeworth. I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah! The prosecution would care less if it was a premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. Well, that is the only thing the prosecution need prove. Nothing else. Forgore weapon. True. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing...
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? Angel's deduction. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again.
Victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
I just wish the judge was like,
shut the fuck up, Emma. You are a fucking idiot.
Okay, what do I have? Okay. This guy intended to murder Detective Goodman. Excuse me. Is that right? You've said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie.
I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again.
Rookie. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Something's half-baked here, all right, and it's you. Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? I guess that was on me. Her actions speak for themselves. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. She lost her blood one night. Again and again? One knife wound, huh? Uh-huh. Something's curious about that, miss. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. Get it? With my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star.
Well, what do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
Aha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edward.
What a hunk! He's my hero, really. What about my objection? No one noticed?
Well, witness.
Yes. You got the crime scene set, right?
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Titty at her titty. Splattered blood from her victim right on her titty. And that's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify.
Moscow. True. What was it then? Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Is that right? But in the photo, doesn't she have blood on her? Her red muffler. There's clearly stuff on there. Also, what is a muffler? You like her jacket? Or whatever, this is it, probably. Miss Star, I demand an explanation. Objection. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you've finally found your true calling in life.
Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? But it was there. A scarf. No, not that. But something red, really.
Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended a suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Here we go. Apprehending the suspect. Go. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. Fucking, this voice takes so much energy to do.
You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. Oh, shut up. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. I'm not doing the rar.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
I hope Edgeworth helps me again. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. You want to tell me about that? You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect?
As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Maybe I should press her for more details. You always press. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here? That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yeah. Oh,
That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes.
is that correct, Miss Starr?
Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you?
I went over it, of course.
Amazing. The cough-up queen lunch lady athlete indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did Miss Sky not get away? She wanted to get caught. Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. Why would she have mentioned the muffler? She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remembered correctly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word?
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Oh, I have a phone. Her phone? She can't mean... ask further. By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately?
My memory... It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see Miss Starr.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall?
That's right! Near the car. There was an emergency phone on the wall.
She used her cell phone?
Whoops. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing, witness.
Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying?
You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Fascinating. I saw it all. How she tried the phone on the wall, but had to use her cell instead.
You want to explain?
Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court?
I was going to ask the same thing.
I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. She's like jump scares the camera. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. How could she have seen that? So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. Or is the partition not that long? But goddamn, she just leaped over, and during that time,
You climbed over the chain link fence.
Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? Oh wait, what did she say? The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. Yeah, the partition. Is the partition, like, how big is the partition? Parking lot floor. Just show it off. I can't speak. Get his jump scare. Miss Star, I have to conclude you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. Objection! The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought that you would... well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor?
You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up.
Ahem. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. What?
Order. What is the meaning of this?
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies! Objection! That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question? Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told to the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... She couldn't have seen it where she saw it. She couldn't have seen it from there. Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it.
Pointless to lie. I see.
But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. Objection. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard one. Objection. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
All the testimony we've heard now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Starr witnessed this crime was here. Oh, crap. She was giving lunch to her boyfriend. Security room. Can I... Oh, I thought I was gonna glow. Ha! Take that! This is the only place where she could have been.
The security guard room?
Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone.
Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness not being part of the prosecutor's office couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime in the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today a man has got the better of Angel Starr. So you were lying.
You fucking bitch. Order, witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should have known better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails.
The guilty? She talking about Miss Sky?
Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? Doesn't make sense.
Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands.
Objection, Your Honor. It still stands. I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth.
What? Ketchup?
If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this.
She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. Hang on, I gotta throw away my... It has been thrown away. And by that I mean thrown on top of the pile of garbage in my trash can. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Okay. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference. What? What would change? Distance to the crime. Difference in lighting. 30 feet. Distance of... Angle of view. I almost read that as angel of view. No. Distance to the crime. Difference in lighting doesn't matter. Distance? Distance? Maybe? It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. Objection! My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plans and it's all quite clear. Damn it. Fuck. Is this over now? The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. Objection! What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take for her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky?
Well, witness?
You.
Yes? Get it?
You ordered the squid wheels, right? Quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend. My man.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. Ooh, ah. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. Oh, God. She went all the way around. Oh, God. That's why I had to go through the visitors' parking in Beeble. That's
quite a detour.
You got that right. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
5 minutes? Fuck. This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention.
Get us? Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely. Fuck, I'm so hungry.
Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? I always raise objections. What am I, a pussy? No! 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. Nope. A 5-minute blank? Isn't that strange?
Strange?
If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anybody.
But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. She died. She exploded.
Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright! That was too close. Oh.
I'm afraid that the Carpet Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hold it. No. Her again. Get it? Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off me. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that?
Is this another one of her trick lunch boxes?
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Get it? Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Woohoo! A triple-decker!
This is awesome.
Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? Hopefully a nice big sandwich. Decisive evidence.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Hamburger lunchbox.
Yes, this shoe proves it. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
What? There was blood found on that shoe? Let me smell it.
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Ugh. This lady.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had blood tests performed?
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1: no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so.
It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Bro, this judge is hungry. Dude, he has a void in his stomach. He's basically Kirby. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. I have arrived. Welcome to the stream, Gino. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law, really?
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. White enamel shoe bears traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Sky.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Oh man, Judge Bia hasn't had a cheeseburger in weeks. He is starving. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. Okay. Why didn't you then? Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted the people. She just starts crying. I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blanks means nothing.
Then why didn't you just tell the truth?
Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Where that other dude, the one who was begging for money, Vincent? I don't know. He's not here right now. I mean, I'm fine with that. He's not begging for money in my stream anymore. At least not right now. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This one, the suspect is admitting when she did. Is admitting she. Admitting she did it? Wake up! Wake up!
But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr. Let's just get this over with.
I've kind of lost the Bia voice. I'm gonna have to watch that Bia video again. Did I not bring this up? Of course you didn't. Tell me. And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive.
So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe.
I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. Hey. Thank you, Gino. Sorry. This shoe is my secret weapon if that should happen. No more Bia. I'll try to do the voice best I can. I just forget. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. This showed up in my recommended and I just wanted to say hi. Hello. Hello, Pornlith. You should continue watching the stream. I am funny. Okay. No! Oh, crap. Where'd it go? What? Hang on 1 second, chat. Something has gone awry. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Just kidding. Everything's all better. Okay.
In any case, you removed the valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next.
It just kind of sounds like a fat old Cartman. 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's. It's Palm. Oh, I thought it said porn. Sorry. I really couldn't see it from over here. Hang on. Let me zoom in with my laser vision. Okay, it is Palm. I thought the M was RN. Sorry. So you brought it to the forensics department? If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. Need more BF food, yeah. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. She got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective.
The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it.
Well, the man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman? As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. And the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Goddamn, Goose? What? What's up? Is it because I said pornlith? I thought it said palm. I'm sorry. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie? Huh? Well, speak up. Well, blood comes in 4 types. A, B, O, and AB. Still recovering from last night with Smoke and Lulu? Yeah, I mean... Goose is Zorny? I'm not Zorny, what do you mean? Oh, because I said porn. I legitimately misread. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood.
That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there, which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. I'm sad now, sad forever. I'm sorry. Haha, Guga. Or so I hear. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone's but Miss Lana Sky's.
So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe.
That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. I got a hair in my mouth, somehow. The shoe proves it is flawless, decisive evidence. There's gotta be something here. This is the last one? I need to do something. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. Kieres? You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some, like your client, she's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Put this... Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Never surrender. There's a problem, alright. I don't know what it is, though. I sleep, I tide roar. Aw. Can't you just keep the stream on while you sleep so I can get more watch time? I'm just kidding. Go to bed. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. It's a clear contradiction. Fucking English, Goose. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. Get us? But you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say.
Good luck against Kira's lady. Oh, she's going down.
What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence.
Crap. I'm itching my head. Hang on. How do I do this? H, B, N, F. Ow, 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 ow. I die. Okay. What's here? She has blood on her. I hate these controls. She has blood there. She has blood on her shoes. What? She didn't. It would have pulled up, right? Okay, let's think through this. If she, like, right after she stabbed the guy, she went to the phone. She wouldn't have any time to, like, step in a pool of blood. Something's up here. Ugh. I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe.
It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about this blood on the bottom of the shoe? I need a picture. Picture? Yes. This. Yeah, right? Yeah. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. Objection! This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints.
Objection! No.
Well, then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Edgeworth got that dumpy, though. It poking out hard.
Order. Well, witness.
What? Huh? Sorry, I was looking at Discord for a second. Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there was no footprint.
Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Hold it. Oh. Is he gonna help me again? I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There was one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly, a predator. This one, wow. I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that... I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Nice analogy.
Witness, well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason to wash up the footprints. Time to go steal the heavy update from Valve. Good luck, Gino. Please give us that heavy update. I have no idea what the heavy update is, but everyone wants it.
Aha! You don't mean...
Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. Wah! Oh, boy.
That ties up things quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie quite clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
Isn't this what I'm supposed to be doing? Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, this guy's right hand was hers. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe.
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please! What? What can I do? Your sister's confessed to the crime, and she tried to conceal it. But...
Enough. There is no need for any further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Huh?
Oh, you again. Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Get it? Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. Wow, that sucks.
Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else.
The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this.
Get a load of this. A photograph.
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. Aw, man. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. Dang. I'm sorry, Mia.
Right, wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel.
Is the towel wet?
Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end.
This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection! Please, 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 please give it to me. Your Honor, wait.
What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So right. Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah! I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem with this photograph.
Oh, boy. Knife. 30 VO. I guess that's a 9. 90 VO. What a stupid license plate. Oh, my stomach itches. I'm itching my stomach. Give me a second shot. Give me a second shot. Yeah. Okay, I'm good. Well, first things first, this guy's got a really goofy looking belt on his sleeve. That's not a good look. There's a stupid car light, there's the knife, there's the shoe, there's a sock, there's the muffler. Oh, that's what they meant by muffler. There's something in the muffler. Let's look at that. The problem in this photograph is here.
What's this?
There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Yeah, thank you, Cody. I mean, Gino.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, you just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph.
A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Objection! Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not gonna be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind.
Tell us why you think the piece of
Cloth in the muffler is related to this case.
The word muffler was... Oh, yeah. Easy. Chat 20 seconds slow. I've tried fixing the chat. It's like everything's on the lowest latency setting I could find. I don't know how to fix it any more than I already have. Miss Star, recall your testimony for the court. Yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Yes. Muffler! Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh, almost a minute slow, I think. There's no way it's a minute slow. Oh, God, that's awful.
Well, it seems that we'll have to suspend the proceedings.
That's the end of the stream. She said sus. I have to end stream now. Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth.
I think all streams are like that. Ugh, that's a shame.
If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen the evidence. All the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so.
Whew, that was close. But we made it, at least for now.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime, after all.
He's still hungry! Unbelievable. To be continued. Should I go for longer? What time is it? 11:28. No. I have to. I have other stuff I wanted to do today. Well, at least with my night. I don't want to see anything. I don't want to see anything else. I don't want to see anything else. Okay, title screen. J is the title screen button for some reason. J for Phoenix, right, I guess. Okay. So, that's gonna be the end of the stream. I thank you all very much for watching. That was quite a time. It's significantly shorter than the last Ace Attorney stream I did, but that is not my fault. The last stream was 5 hours because I thought that I was gonna be done a little bit sooner than I was. In terms of anything, you should check out the video I posted. It's like 8 seconds. It's about a dog. It's pretty good. You should check it out. What else? No, that's about it. I hope you guys have a good weekend. This was fun. And that girl voice wasn't as, lame as I thought it was going to be to do. Oh, God. Ugh. Now, if you excuse me, I am going to get some water. Goodbye, chat.
Now go away.